Did I show off my cool
That'll be
place
so
ability?
cringe, dude.
How are you gonna win Challenger Cup? By running through those teams like Undertaker!
Alright, guys, welcome back in again. I'm joined now by the team Havoc Nightmares, got it right, from NA. Guys, Challenger Cup time, how are you feeling coming into it?
We're pretty good. We're pretty good. I feel pretty good.
I'm muting myself.
No, Draco, go on, give me your thoughts. How are you feeling?
Okay, can we cut that?
No, good.
Okay.
We're pretty good. I'm only worried about like a few teams.
Yeah, I was gonna say, who are you worried about coming into this?
Mainly 87 and Ace, but I heard like 87 might not have time, so that might be interesting.
Speaking of, who is gonna be playing in it? Out of these all 6 of you here, who's gonna be
These
playing the
two
games?
and him.
So yeah,
And
me, Draco, Noctum, Toki, Questy's here, well, me and Draco and everything, so probably not gonna last. So Mr. Neil and Mr. Fields is gonna be playing, hopefully.
No, you just gotta charge.
I'll go buy a new headset if I have to, just to make
Or
sure.
get a
they don't
power
like-
bank plan.
Nice, power
I
bank
can't
on the
afford
back of
that.
your headset. Back of your headset, right?
Yeah, I'm too
power
poor
bank.
for that. I spent all my money at Nepaland event. I can't do it.
Oh.
Just play plugged in.
Yeah, but you buy a new headset, not external though.
Yeah, I'll buy a new headset.
Win the tournament, get a power bank.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Guys, anything,
loses power.
is there anything that you guys have been working on in the last few months or whatever to try and get you this win here, get you that master position?
No.
Has it really been a few months?
No.
Okay, working
Mainly
on
just
it.
finding like a solid roster. It's mainly been us three, like Techno, Draco, and I. So like the whole time we've been like trying people and just like trying to see what fits.
Oh, so are these 3 new?
Yeah, us three are like the main, and then yeah, these other ones.
The
are-
roster's kind of changed quite a bit since last season. Me and Draco are the like,
Shout
me,
out
Draco,
Tiny
and Fields are
Fat.
the main ones that kind of stayed over from Hot Drop and Win Rate and everything. So I mean, we've been kind of the main core, and then we brought Toki on, and then Toki became part of that. So we've been trying a lot of things out. We changed our play style. We don't talk as much in games anymore. Kind of changed up everything quite a bit.
You don't talk as much in games?
Not like,
cleared
like
our-
No, we talk, but we only talk when necessary.
Right.
When we're on offense, we will not do red calls. We would just call positions. We just assume red.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, no red
That's
calls.
wild.
Just because, like, well, the reason we have is you shouldn't be
we just
holding
assume,
this
right.
long enough to have a red call called for you. You should be throwing it and getting it down.
Sensei, so you're jumping in at some point. Are you pumped for that? Are you feeling ready for it when it happens?
Yeah, I mean, somewhat. I haven't played, like, a lot with them,
That was
so...
such a not confident.
Yeah.
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 We have 3
Hopefully,
goalies.
You're 3
Yeah.
goalies.
we have 3 goalies.
Guys,
three
any
players?
last words? Final questions that you want to say? Any last
Oh,
words you
yeah,
want to say
gotcha.
to people watching?
I want to give a shout out. Shout out to
Oh, yeah,
Icy
shout out.
Dash. Shout out to Ivan Thrive for making it possible to get here, even though they did nothing to help me. All me by myself. Kind of you guys.
And
but all me.
I really don't think we'd be a team without Tiny Thug. I really don't.
Yeah,
think
no.
we'd be
Shout out to
able
Tiny
do
Thug.
that.
If it wasn't for
He
Tiny Thug, we
definitely
wouldn't
is.
be here right now.
I think dropping him was one of the better decisions.
Oh, you dropped him.
Well, we didn't really drop him.
No, he left.
He left. But without Tiny Thug's great captainism, we wouldn't be here. May he rest his soul right now. Thank you.
Sick, guys. All right, perfect. Thanks so much. That's
Yeah,
been
I
great.
can't wait
And,
to see it.
well, best of luck in the matches.
Yes, thank you very much.
I played a shot for you.
Welcome, everyone. Good afternoon. Good evening. Are we on Wonder? I'm on now. Welcome, everybody. Channel 2, VRML. Holy cow. This is the end of Cycle 1 and the beginning of the first Challengers Cup for NA. We had a fantastic showing in EU this morning for me. A few hours ago, let's call it. And here we are in the evening. And NA, I am Doc Education. With me, though not revealing the face today, is Heck. On the cams, we got the wonderful, as always, Wonder T-Man, and helping us out on the mod squad, it's the real Zeros. Heck, how you doing, my friend?
I'm doing great. How are you? I'm excited to be back for Season 5 Challenger Cup. Really exciting stuff.
Super exciting stuff. I mean, I love, finals is great, but Challenger Cup to me has a certain special magic. It's quick. There's so much on the line, and you get a real sense of like who's coming in, who's coming up. I mean, obviously, everyone who we're seeing in these tournaments are mostly known players, but they are new teams, new connections, new amalgamations, and that's always cool to see how they're gonna gel, how they're gonna flow, and who's gonna be in. I mean, just to start for Gen Z, we got Chewy Stack, who is formerly of the Master Tier team Seattle. I think it was it the Beholders? So anyway, cool to see Chewy and playing in this Challengers Cup just like that. Heck, we got teams coming out of the tubes.
Absolutely. It's going to be first to the side of Techno Wub, sending it straight down into the opposing zone, moving it all the way. Collected by Toki there. Going off the backboard, a great save by a Platypus, trying to clear it out over to Klex, but not quite able to get it. It'll be another scramble for the disc as Techno Wubs pick that up, send it crossover to Toki. Great read by Prometheus there, finally able to get it sent out, and that stack is immediately away. Going for that long shot, stacking now, start from the orange team in a great way to start this game for the side of Gen Z.
Big time. Great call outs there, Heck. Great defense by Prometheus, getting the jump on it. Great clear. A Platypus taking the shot. Was a little wide, but the nice thing about having a great team that can regrab is a little bit of a wide shot can turn into a great clear or a great pass, and that's what happened there.
Yeah, just wasting no time at all, just getting right into the Gen Z zone. Techno Wub's able to pick that up, go crossing a nice place shot on the same side pocket on that goalie there.
Nice work. Techno Wubs and Toki, kind of a two-man game. Got a little bit discombobulated in terms of their spacing and such, but managed to make the most of it and got the two. So first offensive joust of the evening for Gen Z. Let's see what they decide to do. Prometheus with the disc, two down, one on the left, one on the right, passes to the left, passes to the right, passes to the middle. Chewy Stack, no options, but I see they have a regrabbing stack, but the stack got hit on a Geo. That pass not quite good enough. Goals open though. Prometheus. Oh, what a tap, what a slap, what a smack by Techno Wubs. Disc is loose. Gonna be in the hands of Klex. No. Takes a funny bounce and tapped out by Noctum.
Yeah, it's going to be a stack race all the way down, and Havoc Nightmare is going to be there first. Unable to collect, however, as Prometheus gets there on the follow-up, trying to send it out. A nice slap into the pocket there as Chewy Stack will be able to send that all the way down, where the stacks will again race for, bouncing dangerously close to the bubble. The goal there, excuse me. Prometheus able to collect, trying to send it back to Chewy Stack. Finds it just taking their time. Setting up around bubble. What a great save by Noctum, preventing the two-pointer. A Platypus immediately getting stunned out, and defense is just all over them as they're able to get it sent out again, and the stacks will collect.
Yeah, the defense is a real nightmare right now. Oh no, leaving the goal open. That is not the dream that Gen Z wanted. Havoc Nightmares have their first lead of the game. Still early days, but pretty nice work there by Havoc Nightmares, as you said, Heck. Some great defense leading to a easy score.
Yeah, that shot angle was crazy. Almost a zero angle. As Prometheus is able to send it over to the right tunnel, getting it through, trying to go to Klex, but it's immediately picked up by those stacks. As Technowubs is just able to send it right back out, and it's just a clear and boost. Not really either team getting established possession until just right now, as Klex will try to go for that long shot, narrowly bouncing wide of the goal, as Technowubs is able to pick that one back up and just wait to find it. But a great interception by A Platypus, sending it right back into the zone as the Stacks will collect, and stopped by Draco Mako somehow. And again, able to get
Great
that stop.
defense.
How does he get that?
Yeah, I mean, amazing reaction by Draco there. Techno now in the area, Platypus in the area. The clear looks like it's going to be good. Oh no, the stacks are flying. It does take a favorable bounce though. Goal still open. Toki. Oh no, the easy flick just a little bit wide. Techno now getting stunned out though. It goes right back to Draco to the backside. Toki. Oh no, can't quite connect with the cutter, and now it's off to the races for Gen Z.
Yeah, Gen Z being very aggressive on their defense, had almost nobody in bubble, but somehow he managed to get that as Draco Mako with an insane behind the back pass there. That was really impressive. Going up to knocked him, taking that long shot, barely dinging off the side of the goal and back into the hands of A Platypus, who finds the stacks and gonna coordinate a clear and boost play. Able to pick that up, but Draco Mako is right there, stunning out Klex and getting onto A Platypus too, really pressuring this Gen Z team as once again Toki's able to pick that one back up and just send it right back out.
Yeah, though it bounces off the popcorn now in the trap, so Gen Z able to recover. Goal is not open, so Platypus is going to send it in. Let's see if the cutter can make it. Yes, beautiful cut. Chewy stack. Oh, off the head of the teammate. Did that ding first and then go off the head of the teammate?
I think it might have gone off of two heads there. I'm not entirely sure.
Trying to look at the replay. Yes, it looks like it might have gone off the head of the goalie and then been a headbutt by Prometheus. Either way, it's 2 points for Gen Z. We got a tie game. Disc over on the left side. Draco has an option over on the right side. Toki with the disc under pressure, looking to pass it low, but a cutter is there. Platypus getting a hand on it, and it's going to be picked up by Prometheus, who will clear it through, and it'll be a stack race. Let's see who gets ahead on it.
Yeah, it's going to be Havoc Nightmares getting that, sending it over to Draco Mako. Draco Mako possibly going for a shot here off the bounce, but just narrowly missing that as it hits the bottom of the backboard and right back into his hands as it's going back over. Great cross pass to Technowubs, but just a little bit off the mark. And they're just trying to get it nice and set up here as they finally are able to maintain the disc and get away from the pressure of it. Immediately sent back into Technowubs. Technowubs driving that in, and great move to dump it into the same side pocket past that goalie.
Yeah, easy work there. Techno with the second goal of the game, both times going in that right pocket from the point of view of the player, left pocket from the point of view of the goalie. Just nice bubble work by Techno, striking, moving directly toward the goal, and finding the pocket there. Now it is Gen Z moving out. They have similar rollout to what they did before, two in the low area, and Chewy Stack though getting stunned out just as before. So they had no options coming in. Oh no, knocked him, can't quite get a hand on it. Toki on the backside, gonna have to make a move, and they've got several players cutting in. Let's see what Havoc Nightmares can do. They reset.
Yeah, Draco Mako slowly moving it up. Once again, going over to Technowubs in that same spot and able to get past two defenders, dancing around them. Able to get another couple points on the board for his team.
Yeah, Techno showing a lot of poise in the bubble. Let's see what Gen Z does. Both rollouts they've had so far, they've done the same thing with two low, one mid, and they've gotten it to the mid, but they haven't had any passes. They do a similar thing, but the mid goes low and deep this time. So let's see, they do have an option past mid. This time it looks like they're going to get it through, although they do get stunned out. Tap over to the right side. Klex not quite able to get it, though. And so the defensive joust is working very well right now for Havoc Nightmares, although just like that, it's back in the hands of Gen Z.
Yeah, Gen Z is being very aggressive on their joust, and it's almost to a fault as it constantly is in the hands of Havoc Nightmares, just like it is right now. Looks like it gets hit out a little bit. It's a scramble for it. Prometheus sending it across to A Platypus. The goal was open for a slight second, but not anymore as it's now up to Chewy Stack. Chewy Stack dancing around, going back to Prometheus. Prometheus able to dunk that in nice and easy into the bottom pocket.
Nasty. Prometheus coming in underneath, just going right past the goalie and slamming it in. That was beautiful, and Gen Z needed that. They were getting a little bit behind with 2 minutes left. 2 point deficit is really very little, but is a fairly low-scoring game. Both teams showing off some skill on the defensive side. Although leaving it open, Techno Wubs, that was Techno malicious. What a big-time 3, up by 5.
Techno Whoops has been absolutely firing on all cylinders, managing to get all those clears and collecting all of those shots too, as being the leading scorer on his team right now. And it's, extending this lead is going to be very important, especially this late in the game, as Gen Z's coming out on their offensive joust, going immediately over to Klex. Klex just sending that straight on through and slapping it across again. If Chewy Stack was able to get that, was an open goal. Could come back to bite them and send it cross over to A Platypus. A Platypus losing it back into the hands of Draco Mako, sending it all the way down and back into the hands of A Platypus, but immediately getting stunned out. Just Havoc Nightmares trying to keep it out of their zone as much as they can, as a shot goes close, not quite in. Gen Z will collect.
Disc is in the hands of Havoc Nightmares. Now, clock is winding down. If they can score right here, oh no! That might seal the deal. 7-point lead for Havoc Nightmares. And I do not think there is enough time in round 1 for Gen Z to come back here.
I think you're right. We can talk about that shot, though. The angle that he took right there was absolutely remarkable. Able to get that in almost at a 90-degree angle to where he was moving. And Gen Z just trying to get as many points as they can to keep their momentum. Chewy Stack going to have to send it back. Collects over to A Platypus and just waiting for somebody around the bubble. Sending it cross. Just waiting for his teams, trying to get some last points up to Chewy Stack behind the goal, over to A Platypus, and a great set of passing there to get that past the goalie while he was stunned.
Yeah, nice work. Won't make a difference in terms of the round. The round will go to Havoc Nightmare. But, you know, we always talk about momentum. Heck, I mean, you're obviously master tier player. How important is a play like that to finish a round for you?
It's absolutely essential to end a round on a good note like that. If you go into the next round just on a losing streak, you're going to continue that streak. It's really, really important to even end, like if you're down very badly, which Gen Z was not at all down very badly. They were still in the game for a great while, but if you can continue your momentum into the next round, that's going to give you a much better chance of continuing to keep up with that other team.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I mean, especially you made a call out. I thought was nice. Chewy Stack was down by the left boot, and there was a beautiful slap pass. And at that point, I think they were only down by 5. Could have gotten a 2 or a 3 there and been within striking distance. Instead, there was just a little bit of a misconnection with the pass. And as a result, they ended up giving up 3 points, and got down by 7. So it was a 5-point turnaround, and for me, like plays like that can really take the wind out of your sails. You know, you feel like, oh man, like we had our chance, we could have scored, we could have tied it up, we could have gone to overtime, or even taken the round. Instead, we made that one mistake, and we're getting down. But then, yeah, you turn it right back around. You get some nice passes, 3 or 4 people touch the disc, and easy score. All of a sudden, you're feeling a lot better coming into the second round.
Yeah, it's important not let yourself get beat up over those missed opportunities, as we're going to see how they transfer into this next round, as it's going to be Havoc Nightmares winning that easily. Gen Z not even really contesting, but they don't need to, as it goes straight back into their hands, as they're able to send that right back out and straight into the hands of Prometheus. Prometheus opting not to take that shot wisely, just waiting for his team to get set up, but he loses it to the hands of Technowubs. I feel like I've been saying his name every other play, as he's able to just grab that, send it out. Toki able to collect, go for the shot, but a great stop by Chewy Stack, preventing the 3.
Amazing, and now the goal is open for just a minute, but all the stacks are back. Look at Havoc Nightmares just flying in. All 4 players in the bubble now. They're going to have to do some work. Will Gen Z? Platypus? Oh, going in, knocked him. Afraid of getting stunned out, had the shield on. Platypus reading the scene and shooting in that low bottom right pocket. So Gen Z starting off round 2 as they left off round 1, scoring.
Yeah, it's really good to see these teams continue this momentum that give us these great games, as Noctum opts to send it over to the left tunnel with Draco Mako. Will recover and send it deep into Technowubs, opting to send it back. Draco going to send it back once again to Noctum. Noctum picking that up once again, just back and forth play between these players, and Technowubs diving in, going for that dunk. great dive.
Yeah, Techno Wubs is just showing off in the bubble. Has come off the shoulder twice, both shoulders, and the post at least once. Has 11 points total, and just showing a lot of confidence and calm in the bubble. I know when I get in the bubble and I start getting a lot of bodies around me, I start getting afraid of getting stunned out and stolen, and I often like take a shot a little too early. Techno Wubs showing some poise, and oh no, goal's open for a moment. Klex can't get it though over to Prometheus, and there'll be a bit of a scramble.
Yeah, absolutely. You gotta realize that this man, once he's scored enough times from that same position, you need to start covering him. And I think Gen Z's starting to realize that as they're just waiting for this person. They're not playing as aggressive as they were, opting to keep somebody back at all times. Prometheus setting it low over to Chewy Stack. Chewy Stack with an open lane to the gold, going for it and able to capitalize on that.
Wow. Going in inverted. And again, it looked like the goalie was afraid of getting stunned out. So, yeah, just made it a little bit easier there. Chewy Stack, again, recognizing the situation, putting 2 points on the board. So let's see what happens on the offensive joust. It's a standard split, left, right, center. Center goes low. Pass goes left, then right. Toki with the disc delivers it back to the left side, takes a bounce off station, but right back in the hands of Draco. Draco going to reset. Prometheus in the area, causing pressure. Let's see if they can find the open player. Looks like it's Toki on the ceiling. Pass is good over to Toki. Toki now over to Techno. Techno doing the thing. Techno. Oh, no. What was the word? Techno-malicious. What a dance. What a finish.
That was filthy. Just from every single member of the Havoc Nightmares team, just juking out, making Gen Z dive, and then having that open lane and finishing off with Techno Wubs, just completely breaking the goalie's ankles as Prometheus is able to send that up. It's still a tie game, however. Relatively low scoring as we're only a minute and a half from the halfway point as Chewy Stack able to pick that up, send it all the way through, trying to coordinate a clear and boost. An open goal for a second, but great defense from the side of the Nightmares as they're able to slap that all the way through, but A Platypus is there first. Just, again, firing shots, clear and boost seems to be Gen Z's motto, and a nice slam dunk by Prometheus as his teammate distracted the goalie.
Yeah, Techno Wubs giving Prometheus rather, doing it right back what Techno's been doing all game, showing off in the bubble and finishing strong. So back and forth here. Heck, we've had nothing more than a 2-point lead, and I think it's been goal for goal for goal for goal. So let's see if we can get 2 in a row for any one team. Techno Wubs with the disc. Draco cutting up high over to Toki, takes a bounce off the Geo. They'll will be able to scramble. 3 players for Havoc Nightmares all in the same area. There's a regrabbing stack. Klex and Prometheus are together. Oh no, goes off the head. They do recover though, enough to get the slap out. Platypus redirecting, has a teammate open. Chewy Stack down low. They are under pressure, does tap it over. Chewy though, can't quite handle it. Klex connects, passes down low. Prometheus diving, passing, no. Draco sends it out.
Yeah, you can definitely tell that these Gen Z players are starting to feel the effects of the stress, as that's going to be an open goal for Draco Mako, tying up the game once again, just back and forth and back and forth. With games like these, if you are going back and forth with a team, then somebody starts to get on a roll, that's going to be a snowball effect. And really, once people are starting to get 2 or 3 goals in a row, that's going to really hurt the other team's momentum.
Yeah, and that's 2 goals in a row now for Havoc Nightmares. They have tied the game again, and Klex just having to clear it out. Picked up by Toki. Toki gonna take call it a shot. Has a chance. Oh, just a little bit wide. Picked up by Platypus, and it looks like it's gonna be a scramble. Both stacks after it. Picked up by Draco. Draco looking for a teammate. Has it open on the right side. Techno delivering it in. It's gonna be Noctum going in from below. Oh wow! Fade away, bounce shot. Kobe style, 8-6.
Yeah, just Havoc Nightmares is doing a great job of making the defenders come to them before they start to make a move. They're able to get the goalie out of position so they have a much easier chance. And even baiting the defenders out so they have the opportunity to make the passes. It's going to be immediately sent over to Klex, who immediately sends it over to A Platypus through the tunnel. And Plat just trying to keep momentum of the disc. Chewy Stack picking that up, sending it back wisely, as it seems to be a double stack defense here, but slightly broken up, looks like, and has a man cutting, sending it cross low, just waiting, but good attempt and a good stop by Toki to prevent the 3. That was insanely fast.
Yeah, nice defense there. Although a little bit of an ambitious shot. Platypus maybe could have driven in there, maybe going off the shield first. That's a shot. Oh my goodness! Platypus with the strike, 3-pointers, and they are back on top.
That 3-pointer is going to be very, very essential in this game, because now as soon as they score another 2, now they're more than 2 points up, right? And they need a 3. This sounds very basic, but in the mental of the Havoc Nightmares right now, that's going to be a big, big thing. Toki's able to pick that up, sending it cross low. Good dive by a Platypus, preventing that, but Techno Wubs better stun, sending it cross once again. Very aggressive offense as they send it back, just immediately switching the pace, and a great catch and shot by Toki there.
Yeah, a catch-up shot indeed. Toki sending it in. So now, as you mentioned, we have alternating scores. So instead of ties, we're now gonna have lead exchanges, which, I mean, as you mentioned, it doesn't sound like a lot. It's only 1 point right now, but there's only 2 minutes left, and it is a low-scoring game. So every score here is huge. Oh no! Oh wow! Prometheus picking the pocket. Draco had their eyes on that goal, wide open. That was going to be an easy 3. Instead, it's going to have to be some work for Havoc Nightmares. 1:45 left. Havoc Nightmares took the first round. Gen Z need to take this one, and that's going to help a big time. Chewy Stack from the ceiling inverted his floor. Now up by 2 with a minute and a half left. Gen Z.
Absolutely. Gen Z now a full goal ahead. If Havoc Nightmares can manage to get a 3, that's going to really, really help them at this point. But they shouldn't be going out of their way to make sure that they get that 3, as Noctum going to send it over. Just keep doing the same play that they've been doing this entire game that seems to be working, sending it cross-eye to Toki. Toki able to pick that up, send it back over to Draco Mako. Draco Mako trying to send it back to Toki, but the pass goes a little awry as gets stunned out into the hands of Prometheus. Prometheus sending it down. They already have stacks collected. As A Platypus slapping it over to Chewy Stack, that's an open goal, and that's going to really, really hurt.
Wow. No team has led by more than 2, and in this round, except for now, Gen Z turning on the burners when they need it, up by 5. It is not over yet. There is still time, but as you mentioned, one of those scores is going to have to be a 3, and that's going to be very difficult when a team knows that you need a 3. Oh no, Prometheus with the disc. That could end it. Prometheus cutting the door. We're going to round 3.
Just at the end of the last round, we were talking about how Gen Z needed to get more points just to stay in, keep their momentum. But now all of a sudden, they are the ones punishing Havoc Nightmares, and that's going to really hurt them going in. If they can maintain this possession, round 3 is not even going to be as close. If they can maintain what they've been doing here in these last couple minutes.
Well, they certainly showed off at the end of that round. Down 10-9, went on a 9-0 run, finished 18-10, and taking first round and sending us to the next round. Gen Z win round 2.
Yeah, just great change of paces. Gen Z was always fighting from behind, it felt like, the entirety of those first 2 rounds until the last couple minutes of this round 2. They really kicked it into gear. They must have changed something. I think it could have been just how aggressive that their defense was at the beginning. Havoc Nightmares is very clearly an extremely fast stacking team. And if they are too aggressive, that's going to lead to a lot of open goals and people out of position, which led to a lot of one-on-ones with the goalie, which especially somebody like Techno Wubs can really capitalize on, as we can see already, because Techno Wubs has 13 points after 2 rounds.
Yeah, Techno has been an absolute beast. 13 points and an assist. Of course, I mean, you look at the scoreboard, everyone's contributing. Everyone's got points. And I mean, especially on Gen Z, you really see it being spread out. 9 for Prometheus, 8 for Chewy Stack, and 7 for Platypus, together with 3 for Klex. And there's a ton of assists and saves on the board as well. I mean, at this level, everyone's got to contribute, and that's what they're doing. So here we go. Havoc Nightmares took round 1. Gen Z took round 2. It is double elimination. So this is not over for anyone yet, no matter what happens. Although you definitely, you only get 2. So both of these teams are going to fight hard to move on as winners.
Yeah, absolutely. The thing that differentiates the Challenger Cup with any other league match is that you don't have the time between games to, review the VOD and realize what you need to change for the next. It's just go, go, go. And if you lose 2, then you're out. And you have to wait another 5 weeks for your chance. That's a great shot by TechnoWebs, able to put his team out by 3 very early on.
Yeah, nice and easy. Goes down as a 9-meter second shot, but that was off the bounce. Not quite sure what it was out of the hand. It wasn't 18. That was for sure. Techno recognizing they had the time and just an easy, casual flick. Techno-webelicious.
Yeah, seems like your favorite word for this stream is Prometheus, able to send that straight over to Klex. Klex sending it immediately through, sensing a theme of Gen Z really liking that slap play, which is very high risk, high reward, as we can see the disc goes into the hands of the Nightmares, as able to collect that and have all of their team around Bubble just waiting, sending across, but a great read by Prometheus, immediately able to get that clear, and the stacks form up. Lots of brawling going on as who will be there first. It will be a Platypus finding the disc, able to get it to the backboard. Great send back, and a great communication there. That was really, really good to find that person all the way across the arena and hit that pass, especially at those speeds. To find that, that's really impressive.
Wow. Platypus to Prometheus to Platypus to Klex. Three passes inside the bubble. Just really good awareness there. Now, standard split, passes left. It's going to be Draco. Juking 1, passing over to the right side, Toki. Not under pressure, but will deliver it. TechnoWebs dancing on the floor. Kind of a reset there. Now a full reset, as it is to knock them. Let's see, Gen Z is running a stack on defense, so pretty aggressive. Goals open for just a minute, at least in terms of numbers. Oh, Chewy stack, chomping, sending it out. The stacks are flying. The disc is striking Prometheus. Big time 3. Gen Z up by 2.
Absolutely. Chewy Stack, a recent addition to this Gen Z roster, absolutely pulling his own weight as he's able to get these constant great. It looks like he's been on this team for way longer than he has. Just immediately able to mesh into this play style as the pass goes straight over, but a little bit awry as Gen Z does have a stack that they could, but opts not to send it at the disc, and TechnoWebs getting stunned out, but disc goes straight to Toki. Toki able to take that shot right onto the goalie and immediately striking back, and it's a tie game once again.
Yeah, and they needed that because they'd given up 5 points in a row. And again, lead is not big, but as we've been talking about, Echo is such a mental game, and there's already been some big runs by both teams kind of on both sides. So kind of recovering Havoc Nightmares are from a little bit of a beatdown at the end of round 2, giving up 9 unanswered points. So it's got to feel good to put some more points on the board, tie it up, and be putting pressure on the other team just like that. Draco with the disc. Oh, what a read by Platypus with the disc going in. Options on the left and the right. Can't quite find the fourth player. Unneeded. Prometheus again, up by 2.
That was a really great shot by Prometheus. He was inverted on the ground, shooting straight down to find that shot, which it's hard to do. Even shooting vertically is very, very, very hard, especially if you are on one of the Quest headsets, which I'm not entirely sure who exactly here is on, but either way, it's very impressive. But an open goal, nice stop by A Platypus from preventing that, but almost going in if that stack hadn't gotten there instead. Very, very fortunate that they were able to get back in time and sending it all the way through. once again a clear and boost into the bubble, but just dinging it off to the side. Flex able to do a nice ender move and get 2 of them, and that slap coming in just to finish off that series.
Wow. Techno had an opportunity, maybe held on to the disc just a little bit too long. It was pretty comical. The disc was going just about the same speed as the defender, and yeah, as you mentioned, if that stack hadn't been there, probably would have gone in at about 6 meters a second. Now knocked him with the disc, delivering there to the left side. Draco over to Toki. Toki not under pressure, but again delivering. Platypus. Oh no! Oh no! Techno missing that one. That was a big time miss. Every shot right now, every goal is absolutely crucial. Gen Z up by 4. 5 minutes to go. Draco with the disc, not under pressure, holding, waiting, knocked him. Oh, can't quite connect with the backwards shot, kind of a backwards Kobe. And now it's going to be a race. It looks like it'll be picked up by Klex and Gen Z.
Yeah, Klex getting punished there as TechnoWebs has an open goal, decide to shoot it, but the stack was already there and goes right back into the hands of Prometheus, who's able to send that out into the corner. Chewy Stack recovers in it, but great stun. But the bounces just keep going in Gen Z's favors. A Platypus able to pick that one back up, send it cross, and wait for his team to get set up on offense, just waiting there, going for the pass, but it looks like he hit it off the side of the pyramid there. And kind of went awry. Stack's very aggressive and super fast from the side of Nightmares. It's a great shot by a Platypus, and Gen Z is just capitalizing on this lead. Just keep the momentum rolling, as we saw in the last round.
Yeah, Havoc Nightmares leaving some points on the board. Techno getting stunned out once and then making a shot, and yeah, stacks flying in both times. So here we go. Let's see what Gen Z can do on their defensive joust. It's going to be the same standard split, although no one home. Everyone getting stunned out there. Platypus tapping it back through. Players are there. Chewy Stack going to react. Not going to have anyone coming in. Oh, what a strike. Almost a 0 angle, and Gen Z is running away with it. Up by 8. 3 minutes left.
Yeah, at this point, if I was on the team of Havoc Nightmares, I would call a timeout because you're down 3 goals in 3 minutes, which it sounds like a lot of time considering, each goal that's only 15 seconds that comes off the clock with each one, but it's very hard to continually play at a fast pace and not make mistakes, as we see one right there straight into the hands of Chewy Stack with some great positioning. Find that cross and just immediately the stacks straight down, and that's going to be another goal, just adding on to this lead. Gen Z is going to be in a really great position.
Yeah, that's it's at least 4 goals now, and would need to be 3 threes to make it happen. It's definitely coming down to it. Gen Z kind of running away with it at the end of both rounds 2 and 3 here, going on huge runs. And, well, another little inaccuracy there by Havoc Nightmares. Gen Z reacting with the disc, clearing it through. At this point, all they need to do, well, that should just about do it. Still 4 goals down, but it would be 4 threes. And that's going to be a tall order for Havoc Nightmares with only 2 minutes left.
I think Havoc Nightmares, what they needed to do is they needed to call a timeout or just slow down their playstyle. Because if you can freeze that other team, then it's going to be much, much easier for you to wage your comeback. Is not going to be able to get it through, send it cross low, but Chewy Stack, once again there, Gen Z really changing up what they were doing from the beginning of this game with the very aggressive, but ooh, unfortunate ding, not that it really matters. Great move by a Platypus there for the ender, sending it cross, and everybody on Gen Z is in bubble. A great dive by Draco Mako just to keep his team out of their own bubble.
Yeah, now it's a little bit of a back and forth. Techno going to take a shot, finishing it up strong. Techno not giving up. And but Havoc Nightmares down by 10. I think the door has closed. But as you mentioned, Heck, it's not just round to round, it's game to game. Havoc Nightmares looks like they will go down in this game, but they are not out yet. And it's going to be crucial for them to take this next minute, get in sync, because they'll have a very short break, and they will be facing another team that is going to be just as hungry as they are.
Oh, that was really impressive. That bounce going in for that 3 from beyond half court. That they're still not going to have enough time, but that at least will have greater effect on where they stand in the scorecard. Because if you're looking at that scorecard, it could be a little bit of a downer for them to see if they lost by that much. And Gen Z just sending it through, just going for a dribble. A Platypus able to pick that up, go for that shot, but just missing. It would have been very impressive if he managed to get that in. And Havoc Nightmares able to get that all the way down, and that is going to wrap up this game. And can they get one more point in there? And yes, they can. Toki with the final shot, 12-17. Gen Z really coming back in the latter half of the game.
Yeah, in the latter half of both of those rounds, round 2 and round 3 were very close until Gen Z turned on the Jets and just really ran away with it. Having Nightmares, though, as you mentioned, ended strong at the very end of round 3. It was a little too little and too late, but they hopefully have a little bit of momentum going into their lower round match. So they are in the lower bracket, let's call it. So they have one loss, and they will, if one more loss will knock them out, but not out of it yet. They'll be playing the losers of the Bite of 87 versus Hexalink, and Gen Z will go on to play the winner of that match. I believe that match is going to be on. I believe Gen Z will now be on VRML 1, or actually VR Master League channel. And meanwhile, it looks like Ace has beaten G2X, and so I believe on this channel will be G2X against the winner of Click versus AE. But in any case, we'll check the schedule, and we're gonna be back in just a little bit. I am Doc Education. With me off the cams has been Heck, and on the cams has been Wonder T-Man. Heck, anything you want to say before we close it down and get the next match ready?
All I have to say is I'm really excited to see how Havoc Nightmares comes back from this. When you're facing elimination, that's when your best is going to come out. And if they can really harness that sort of energy, I could very well see them going very far in this bracket.
Totally. That's a lot of the magic that I love about the playoffs, about these kind of elimination tournaments. You know, there's that struggle, right? There's that fight. There's that feeling of something to win and something to lose. So hope everyone in chat is enjoying it as much as we are. We will be right back with another matchup here on Channel 2.
Guys, welcome back one more time. Look what I have with me. It's the wonderful Rox, coming in from the team of Ace. Rox, coming in now to this Challenger Cup, Season 3 champion. So definitely off to a nice start already in the past. I mean, how are you feeling coming into this one?
It's definitely gonna be. Well, I'm excited, a little bit nervous. I just kind of hope we do our best.
Yeah, nervous. How come?
I mean, I haven't been, because I've been on Ignite for a while, so it's kind of just been sitting up in Master Tier. I haven't actually played on main roster since Master was implemented as a system. So it's been a while. This will be my first time playing in any sort of cup thing. Because last time I didn't have to do all this extra stuff to get into Masters. Kind of got the star. So now we gotta go through this process, I guess. And
damn, dude, actually, we'll put the effort in this time.
Yeah.
Damn, sucks, dude. That's cool though. I mean, so you made your own team up this time. Are you did you do it because you just wanted to make your own team and do your own thing?
Actually, Saluna and Rosie came to me and said they wanted to make a team. Because I mean, the two of them have been playing together forever, and me and them have been playing together for a long time as well in various different side leagues and stuff, but never in VRML. And eventually, after VRPL, after they played together in NEPA, and we played together at LAN, at the Redshift LAN, and eventually just you know what, let's just do it in VRML too, why not? And so we got the team.
Hey, dude, that's a good reason, man. That's a damn good reason. All right, it'll be cool to see how you guys play together then for this first competition together. Anything that you're gonna try and pull in particular to help get you that win? It's gonna be different from what you've done in the past.
I mean, we've changed some stuff up. Just kind of trying to adjust some of our losses we've had and going up on the ladder. Adjusting to bringing the new sub on for the CC. So it's definitely gonna be. We've definitely had to make some adjustments, but I'm feeling pretty good.
Sweet, dude. Yeah, perfect. All right, cool. So anything that you do want to say then to our lovely viewers at home, to make them cheer for you for this one?
I mean, nothing really. I think we got a pretty good chance. I don't know if we're necessarily the favorite, so maybe we'll get some underdog fans. But we're definitely up there, so I don't know how much that will get. So, but yeah, that's it.
Yeah, good reason, dude. Good reason. Go on, cheer along for the Aces here, and best of luck, dude. We'll see you in there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Banging. Look at that. Easy. Alright guys, hello again, welcome back. I'm joined now by two of members from Click. Boys, how's it going? Coming into this Challenger Cup, how are you feeling?
Confident, too confident. We need to be humbled. Feeling good. Feeling pretty good.
Too confident. Do you reckon, are you feeling like you're going to win at the minute then?
No, we definitely are gonna have to work for it. That has been proven by last week's matches. I don't know.
Well, not going well. Are they not?
I mean, we took our first L. That was unfortunate.
First loss of the season.
Well, that was I didn't play in it.
Shut up, Chuck.
Damn, first loss of the season though is pretty damn good.
I feel like we started off when we first started playing. We were clicking really good and hitting everything, and then we kind of trying to work through some chemistry things, and then I feel like we're coming out of it though now. I feel like we're getting better.
Quote from Will: "Tonight was a breakthrough."
Tonight? In chemistry
or
in
previous night?
Oh, okay.
Last night.
Yeah.
It was a 5-hour-long breakthrough.
You're saying it's chemistry though. You've improved your chemistry now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I think just the communication between the front and the back sacks is something we've been trying to work on, and when to switch and things, and then all of us have played together before, but I think our paths and how we react to different situations is something we're just still working through.
Sure. But yeah, in there, and I mean, if you've only got one loss this season, that is a pretty good sign of potentially finding that master rank, right?
Hopefully.
I think so. We haven't.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, we haven't played Ace or 87, which I think are the top two.
Yeah. Who are you most worried about outside of Ace and 87?
Outside
Havoc
of those two.
Took us to
probably,
3 rounds.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah, Havoc.
Havoc, yeah.
Our match against them was a tough one.
It was tough. I don't
Yeah.
think we feel like we played our best, but it was still like it was a tough match to pull out.
Well, you know, to see how it goes coming into this. I mean, you guys had your practice. You warm as well. But anything else you guys want to say? Last messages to the people watching at home.
Don't be a walnut.
We love you people at home.
Awesome. Right, thanks, guys, and best of luck in your matches.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Hey, hey. He's got my back.
Welcome back, everyone. NA Challengers Cup, Cycle 1, Round 2. We've got not Gen Z against Havoc Nightmares. That was the last game. This game, we've got Ace against Click. I am Doc Education. With me, not on cams right now, but soon, he promises, is Heck. And on the cams, bringing you all the cool views, is the wonderful, as always, Wonder T-Man Heck. How excited are you about this matchup that we're about to see?
Words cannot even describe how excited I am for this. Both of these teams are just made up of a star-studded roster. On the side of Ace, you have Rox Titan Dash, who both were on Ignite, and Rosie Hope, which basically Ignite's 7th, as they stated in their bio, I believe, and as well as Jiggy, who was my teammate for the NEPA Pro Series on the New York Kings. These amazing person. And on the side of Click, you have Callan, who's been around Master for a very long time. Link One, Chuck Not Norris, both playing on Wrath, I believe. Then Captain Will, also being a part of that Milk crowd. It's a lot of names that I recognize.
Yeah, I mean, it's super exciting. We talked about it the first round, but this is one of the reasons I just absolutely love the Challengers Cup. You know, Click and Ace currently ranked 11th and 12th in the ladder, and I mean, but as you mentioned, you know, they're new teams. and played a lot in scrims and practices and such, but it's kind of amazing to see players of their caliber be permanent substitutes. And so, decided maybe that they wanted to play a little bit more. Still in the Ignite fam, but now out under the lights, and they've taken their teams to this Challengers Cup, and they are hungry. They won round one. The winner of this will go into day two, only needing to pick up one win out of the next three in order to punch their ticket. It's 3 wins, and you are in. So it is some big time stuff on the line here, Heck.
Yeah, absolutely. Callan able to send it in to the ace zone. Link one driving over, getting it to Captain Will. Captain Will moving into the bubble, but a nice headbutt by Rocks to prevent that from going in. As it's going to be cleared out by Rosie Hope all the way down. Stacks will come in. It's going to be Click barely missing that, and Ace is able to recover. Jiggy sending it under goal to Dash. Dash out of position to go for the shot, but able to send it back over to Rosie Hope, who's just going to collect it and wait for an open person. Rocks Titan cross high, finding that pass, going down low to Dash. Dash with a nice dive, but barely missing the goal. Chuck Not Norse able to recover and send it briefly out of their zone. This is a great stun by Captain Will, able to come through, and the clear will also come through.
Yeah, so some opportunities early. Oh no, Chuck getting the stun out with the karate chop. But then a big time ding. Rocks in the area, taps it just enough. The stack is there. They do redirect. Jiggy, Rosie, rolling. Jiggy with the disc, has Rosie low, has Dash cutting. Oh, just gonna go one-on-one. Oh no! Callan says absolutely not in my house.
Callan with an amazing save. Jiggy duking past 2 defenders, but not able to get past the goalie. However, Dash is able to get past him as he'll just casually drop that one in for the 2. And with the 3 from Captain Will, I believe, or was it Chuck? I'm not even sure. That's going by that fast. You're not going to get that many opportunities against this ace team, so we're going to see how that comes back to affect them, if at all.
Yeah, you can't leave points on the board at this level. It just there's too much power on each side, and kind of at this level, a lot of times the winner is kind of the person that dings in rather than dings out, so to speak. And but there's absolutely still plenty of time for both teams to get going. Rosie with the clear. It's going to be, oh no, will that go in? Oh, might have gone in, but Rosie not taking a chance, grabbing it, slamming it. Ace up by 4.
Yeah, when you're this early in the game, you got to take all the points that you can get. And Rosie, I'm pretty sure that would have dinged out, but even if it was going in, that you just got to ensure that you're getting those points, especially when you're getting to a point where you're more than a goal ahead, as they just did. And Captain Will just waiting for it, sending it across a very shallow play from the side of Click, going back over to Link 1. Link 1 just driving it up, getting it past Jiggy. Great move. Put on the brakes. There's very, very aggressive stacks from the side of Ace as they get stunned out again. Rosie Hope and Rockstein stacking all the way back up, and now Clicks in the bubble. The cross pass not quite able to connect as Jiggy picks that up and waits for where he can clear, but a great intercept by Link 1, sending it back across to Callan. Callan sending it over to Captain Will. Captain Will opting for the reset back over to Link 1. And Link 1 is just going to wait for a open passes Dash on the pressure. Callan picks that one up, goes over to the backboard. Slight miscalculation of where the disc was going, and Jiggy tries to get that cleared out, but just bouncing back into the mid area.
Yeah, oh no. Take the bounce. Luckily for Click, because the stack was really active for Ace. Now Rosie going in unopposed. Chuck flying in. Oh, Rosie going for that right pocket and just a little bit too far to the right. That clear is going to be good. The stack is together, though. Rosie recollecting. So moving very quickly are both teams right now. Ace still up by 4. Click still has not scored. Jiggy going for more. That's a little bit high.
Yeah, great rhymes there, Doc, as it's going to be onto the backboard of Dash, but not quite able to recover that, as Chuck Not Norris able to pick that one up and just wait for a good, clear opportunity. Looks like they could be going for a dribble type play as they managed to get it off, cross over to Captain Will. Captain Will evading the defender stack as immediately getting slapped back. Great communication from this Click side with these fast stacks from Ace. Callan going in, but getting stopped by Rocks Titan. It's going to be slapped back to Chuck Not Norris on the back line, and they're going to recollect and try to set up their offense here.
Yeah, Chuck hanging out, baiting the defender. Did get the defender out, although they did. Oh my goodness! Captain Will with a strike, long two, just barely inside the bubble. So good news for Ace. It only goes down as a 2, but that was heck. That was a pretty bold shot. I mean, goalie was in goal, and yeah, just managed to sneak it by him.
Yeah, Captain Will able to recognize that the goalie was baiting behind the goal, so he's cutting off that pass, and luckily able to fire a shot that was extremely quick, just to sneak it past, and that's going to be an open goal, but just dinging off as Jiggy not quite able to convert as the disc is still loose. Captain Will picking that up, sending it over to Chuck Not Norris. Chuck Not Norris going through as they have stacks ready, but the stack is now broken, bouncing off the tunnel as Jiggy once again picking that back up and playing in his own bubble, just walking it out, not opting for the pass just quite yet as he has room to move and trying to go over to Rosie Hope, but just bouncing off, but she's able to collect very easily. But Callan with a nice stop, able to walk that one up, and now all of a sudden this is turned on to a 2-on-4, but not for long, and almost a good pass going over to Chuck Not Norris for that vertical cut.
Wow, so yeah, some opportunities missed on both sides. Points left on the table. Chuck, though. Chuck! Sending it in. Tie game. Click. 4. Ace. 4.
Yeah, this is absolutely a repeat of what we saw in the previous game between Gen Z and Havoc Nightmares, just back and forth between both of these teams, and we just need to see if any of them can, begin to get a lead and just continue this momentum as Callan picks that up and gets a nice 3. That's really going to start that momentum if it does.
Wow. Callan just going in. The stack was together for Ace and just picking the pocket. Not even bothering with the stun, just snagging the disc and sneaking it in while the goal was open. So Ace have given up 5 quick points now. In fact, have given up 7 in a row. We're up 4-0. And here's another little bobble. Dash is going to have to send it over. It's going to be picked up by Rocks. Rocks back to Rosie. And it looks like Dash is going to be low. Can they connect? No. Just a little bit wide. Right back in the hands of Click. So Click adding a lot of pressure right now on Ace.
Yeah, bouncing into the Ace bubble as stacks will be there. Rosie Hope able to collect and try to send that out of this. Bounces off of the station block. Jiggy picking that up, deciding to do a nice bounce clear through the tunnel to prevent it getting picked up. However, the bounce is a little bit too aggressive as Callan gets it and sending it back out through mid. Just right loose in mid. Nobody can quite gain possession and gets slapped out. And that's an open goal if they can get the stacks together. Very slow waiting game to get to that. Lots of brawling going on as Captain Well on the back line just waiting for a good pass and a crossover to Callan. Callan for the open up and a great stop by, I believe, Dash. Just an amazing goalie, able to dive back in and slap it out before bringing it in himself.
Yeah, amazing save, and this is really crucial because only down by 3, but with a minute and a half left, and the goal, the score being so low as it is, every goal absolutely matters right now. Callan over to Captain, Captain back to Callan, Callan hanging out, juking, sending over to the left side. Chuck looking for a pass, does deliver it to the top side. It's Link to the backside. Captain Will with the slam. What a play!
Captain Will putting a decent amount of hatred into that slam dunk as he brings that all the way through. Just really wanting to ensure those points, and they're going to get them, and that's going to make it exponentially harder for this Ace team to come back.
Yeah, I mean, 3 points is one thing, but 5 points with a minute left, that is a lot of pressure. Definitely can be a little bit more conservative. Can Click. Disc is in low, and it's going to be picked up by Callan. All they need to do is burn a little bit of time, and this will be basically out of reach. On the floor is Jiggy, delivering out to the left side. Oh, they left the goal open. That was dangerous, but they do dodge it. Oh, no, Captain Will can't quite clear it. Oh, a Chuck going through the goal and making a big-time save.
Chuck with a great heads-up play to prevent the 2-pointer. It's down to 30 seconds, so it's going to be extremely tough. Dash is able to get that in, and they just need a 3. If they can get a 3, that's going to ensure that we get to overtime, but they can't go for 2, so they're going to be heavily limited, and I'm sure that Click is going to keep a man back in goal just to prevent this. However, if the ace stack can get there quickly, this could be a good stop. Captain Will sending it immediately over. Pass goes a little bit awry, and the back stack comes right in. 5 seconds left. Getting stunned out. Going for the back pass. If they can get here, Callan able to slap that one out and just prevent Ace from getting that extra 3.
Wow. So a little bit of an opportunity there at the end. A little bit of drama to finish off the round. But at the end of the day, it was Click taking round 1, 9-6. Heck, I don't know about you. I kind of expected a bit more scoring.
Yeah, me too. However, it's not entirely unsurprising that there wasn't. Both of these teams, having Dash on the back line for Ace and having Callan or Captain Will, I'm not sure who. It seems like Click is a team made up of a lot of really great defenders. So I think they're just rotating in and out of goal. I could be wrong, but just both of these teams not giving very many opportunities at all, but Click is just able to find those opportunities when they do emerge and convert. However, there's just been too many misses on the side of Ace, and that's just simply what happened and how Click won.
Yeah, I mean, I can remember at least 5 points that Ace left on the board. There was a big time 3 from Jiggy, and then I believe there was at least a shot that went a bit wide from Rosie, and I believe Dash might have had one on the board as well. Of course, Click, weren't perfect as well either. They did have some misconnections in the bubble and left some points on the board. So let's expect more scoring in round 2, but equally as close. I'm rooting for Ace just so we can get around 3.
Yeah, round 3 would be very, very exciting as Link 1 able to pick that up. Stack is on him immediately, trying to send it down into the hands of Callan. Callan going in, just dinging off the top, just as we were talking, points left on the board. Chuck Not Norse able to slap it away from the stack into the hands of Link 1. Link 1 going immediately back to Chuck. Chuck able to pick that up, go slap. Click is doing a great job of just keeping it away from the ace stack. He has a cross cut. Captain Will there and able to get another dunk in, ensuring those 2 points.
Wow, nice little duck, and Captain Will just going low enough that they couldn't get bothered, and then slamming it in from below. So Click starting off well, 2-0, fairly quick score. But let's see what Ace does on their offensive joust. Callan trying to do what they did at the end of round 1. And does not be successful. Although look at that, they've added a lot of pressure in the backfield. Ace having a difficult time getting it through mid. Although Jiggy does get the clear, the front stack gets back, and Click has collected the turnover.
Yeah, Captain Will able to pick that up. That's an open goal going for it, but just bounces high and off the shoulder down into a fortunate bounce for the side of Aces. Prevents the stack from collecting it. Chuck Not Norse sending it over to Callan. Callan going cross to Link 1. That's a one-on-one versus the goalie, and he converts. Great job by Link 1 converting that, and Callan finding that open pass. Callan now having 3 assists, the most of anybody in that game. Callan absolutely drank his milk before this game.
That he did, and it's only a 4-point lead, but if you're Ace, you do not want to give up any more points. Callan, the milkman, delivers 3 more, 7-0.
Just as we were saying, you don't want to give up any more points. Being down 7 within 2 minutes of the round starting is not a great. You never want to be fighting from behind, and that's exactly the situation that Ace has found themselves in. It's Rosie Hope sending it over to Rox Titan. Rox Titan a little bit out of reach. However, it's going to be back in the hands of Rosie, slapping it across over to Dash. Dash with a nice hop to pick that one up, sending it all the way back in. Stacks will collect and bouncing around in the Click bubble. Chuck Not Norse heading off of some Geo there, but able to get back into goal nonetheless. Rox Titan able to pick that one up, waiting under goal, going for that shot, and a great shot off of the backboard.
Wow. Rox dancing on the floor, juking out of the reach of 2 different players, and then going off that pyramid. Very difficult to stop, and big time needed play by Ace to stop the bleeding. Now only down by 5. Captain Will almost getting it stolen. Does eventually deliver it out. Chuck gonna clear it back. Captain will, but yeah, now it looks like they will clear it. The backstack goes there though for Ace. Oh no, Chuck. Oh no. Oh yes. What a collection there by Dash. Great regrab back.
Yeah, compared to Ace, Click is very calm and collected on their offensive joust, sending it up to Captain Will. Captain Will going for the behind the back shot straight in there, as that's going to be 9-2, keeping that 7-point lead. And Ace is going to really have to start kicking it overtime soon to make sure that they are not fighting from behind for much longer, because you cannot keep the stamina up for that long.
No, you can't. And yeah, well, it looks like they've decided to collect their thoughts. Timeout for Ace. So heck, we were talking about the timeout strategy in the first game. We're kind of surprised that timeouts weren't taken. This feels like a really good time for a timeout from Ace.
Yeah, it's really smart choice, because Click has been on a roll, getting point after point after point, and Ace has only been able to find 2. And being able to ice their opponent and just take that momentum away is going to give Ace time to think about what they're going to do, but most importantly, it's going to give Click the opportunity to cool down and get iced a little bit, so that they are not so dominant in such high hopes for what's going on next.
Yeah, totally. And I mean, I don't know, heck, what would you be focused on? To me, one of the big things that Ace is struggling with right now is their offensive joust. They've already given up 6 points just on straight steals, both by Callan for open threes. But beyond that, they've really struggled to get the disc through mid and under control. So I kind of think they need to have a little bit of a different approach to their offensive rollouts.
Yeah, if you've been looking at what Ace is doing, every single time they're they're ducking to the ceiling. So and Click is able to pick up on that. They've it's it looks as though Click has been studying Ace's past VODs, and they're able to figure out, or they've scrimmed each other, and they're able to figure out what exactly they're going to do. Because Ace has been ducking to the ceiling almost every single time, and if Click can find that and get there before they have an opportunity to throw it, that's going to lead to a lot of open goal opportunities, as we've seen already. And even if they don't get there in time, that's going to create enough pressure for Ace to possibly mess up the pass.
Yeah. And folks calling it out in chat. Callan absolutely drinking their milk. Has shown up to play. Callan with 6 points only, but they've been 6 big points, big time steals in the backfield, absolutely crushing blows in round 1. They only won by 3 in round 1. So that was a big time 3, and then in round 2 here, getting that early one that turned it from a 4-point deficit to a 7-point deficit, and it's still 7 points. And I don't know how you feel, heck, but some goals just feel a lot harder to take than others. And when you're on an offensive joust and you've got a stack together, and someone comes in and just steals the disc and puts in a 3, that just absolutely devastates you.
Absolutely. If you are playing defense and you've been playing defense well for a long time, and eventually, you've been defending the goal for a minute and a half already, and they finally sneak it in, that's going to be way less of a hit to your morale than if somebody just sneakily steals the disc and takes an open 3. Because not only is that you feel like that is more of your fault whenever that happens, which is going to lead you to possibly shut down or just start passing it instead of into opportunities that you would shoot. So there could be some aspects of physical tiredness. If you've already played a hard match before this, then that could be a factor. And this also could be mental tiredness, as they try to figure out what is going to work against this team that's been so dominant on their jousts.
Yeah, totally. And we don't know what these players were up to, before the game. They may have had 1 or 2 sets of scrims. So, yeah, fatigue can definitely be creeping in. Although it looks like Ace is ready to roll. They have hit the unpause button. We got 8 seconds, and the teams are out of the tube. So let's see what Ace does on their offensive joust this time. 1 second, and they are out. Rosie, Jiggy with the disc. No pressure this time, just yet. Although now Chuck and Link are adding a little bit of pressure. They get stunned out, so a little bit of a moment here. They're recollected. Rocks with the disc, delivers it up. It's going to be Jiggy bouncing off popcorn, not under any pressure, but going forward. Maybe a good time to reset. Or at least just hold on to the disc and get into better position. That's exactly what Jiggy does. Going side to side, Rocks to the cutter. No, great defense. Captain Will tapping it, slapping it. They're regrabbing. Oh, what a leech. Oh, no. Captain Will, though. Jiggy getting stunned out. Great defense there by Rosie, causing enough chaos that they're going to have to fight Captain Will, though, to link one. Oh, no. Not enough of an angle. Can they get it out? No. Captain Will tapping it back. And who's going to recover?
It's going to go to the side of Ace with Jiggy picking that up, sending it through mid and immediately stacking towards it. Both stacks coming into the click bubble as it's going to be Captain Will there first slapping it out into the tunnel. Rocks Titan recovering it and just bringing it straight back into their zone as Jiggy's going to be inverted on the ceiling as you see him do very often, as well as the entirety of the rest of this team. But a nice grab by Dash to capitalize, but a nice save by Chuck Not Norse, preventing the two-pointer, just continuing the Click's reign of terror as Rosie Hope's going to collect this and just set up their offense.
On the ceiling, Jiggy cutting in. Oh, can't quite connect with Rosie. Disc is bouncing low, Rocks in the area, but the tap and clear is good, and they're back on their offensive attack. Although right back in the hands, Rocks with the disc has Dash on the boot, getting stunned out now.
Yeah, sending it straight back through, and the stacks are right there in an open shot, but just not quite getting it. You can almost afford to do that when you have this much of a lead, and especially when Captain Will is right there to just put it right back in for the two, and that's going to extend this Click lead to 9 points as 3 goals that Ace is now behind.
Yeah, 9 points. Still 4 minutes left, though. And, I mean, Rocks, Dash, Rosie, Jiggy, they've been around long enough. They know how to come back. They've got, I'm sure, confidence in their game. I'm sure they can think of at least 5 or 10 games where they have been down this much this late and come back to win it. So, that can breed confidence. Rocks with the disc, has Dash down low, elects to pass high to Jiggy. Jiggy down to Rocks, but a little bit wide. Captain Will jumping out of goal. The disc is loose. Rosie with it, gonna move back and become her own reset. Has a player open on the ceiling, does deliver there. So that's Jiggy delivering it in. Oh, Chuck, absolutely a monster on the defensive side. How many times have we heard Chuck's name on the defensive end today, Heck?
Countless times. Great job and a great shot by Link 1, assisted by Captain Will, finding that top pocket, and especially, from the bouncing in and 6 meters away is very tough to save, especially when the goalie was inverted like they were, and it's going to put them up by even more, over 10 points at this point with only 2.5 minutes left to come back. It's going to be difficult, but it's absolutely possible, as Rosie Hope and Jiggy deciding to do a chain play, just walking it up, not being pressured by anyone, as they're going to have Dash just bothering the stacks, and Chuck and Link both stacked together, just waiting for the right moment to strike. As it looks like Rosie's just going to be able to walk this all the way up. Finally being pressured, just sending it straight over to Jiggy, and Jiggy able to get that shot straight through the goalie.
Yeah, so great work by Rosie, just taking it up unopposed. But it did take a lot of time off the clock. Still down by 9, now with 2 minutes to go. So they're going to have to be really aggressive on their defensive stack. Fire Ninja, 9 points is possible. Absolutely. Let's see if they can get a steal or a turnover here. Disc is loose. Can the backstack get there? Rocks in the area, going to be under pressure. Going to have to get rid of it. Does. It's going to be bouncing low. Rosie now in the area. Rosie with the disc. Dash and Jiggy are connected. They've got their stack. Will the clear be good? Oh, no. Chuck again in the right space. 1:30 left. 9 points down. All Click needs to do now is hang on to the disc.
Yeah, as you can see, they're just killing time, just trying to take as much time off the clock as possible. And Ace just does not have the amount of time that they need to continue this. That's going to bounce just wide through the goal, and that's going to be cleared all the way out. I believe that's mathematical time at this point, and Click's going to be taking this one in 2.
Jiggy bouncing. Still not out of it yet, but the time is passing by. It may, in fact, be mathematically impossible. That should do it because they needed a 3 if they were going to have any chance. Still down by 3 goals with only about 30 seconds left. That is not enough time. Click taking it fairly convincingly in 2 rounds here, Heck.
Very, very strong showing from Clicks, saying that they can keep up with these master tier teams, especially these master tier players all together. Checking out Norris, picking it up, just sending it over to Callan. It looks like they're going to try to get some more points just to keep this momentum so they can hopefully go and maintain and make it into this master here, and getting sent right back out as stacks are all over it. Goal is covered. Dash picking that up and going in for the shot, able to get one right as the time expires, and that is going to be game, set, match. Click taking it 13-8 over Ace.
Wow. So closing the gap at the end there, making the scoreboard look a little bit better. But yeah, what are you going to do when Callan's drinking so much milk?
And he's got to have a stomachache at this point if he's drinking so much milk.
So, I mean, that was a pretty fun one. Kind of not what I expected. I thought it would go 3 rounds, but Click just came out absolutely firing in the, especially in the second round there. Yeah, really, really nice. Yeah, 7 assists by Rosie. Rosie doing some great work. On the other side, Captain Will with 14 points, 3 assists, and 4 saves. Absolutely dominant. Rocks with 4 points and 7 saves. So, I mean, you can look at the board, and everyone's got at least one standout stat. In amazing work. I mean, even Chuck 4, 1, and 2 with 1 steal. But how many times did we call out Chuck's name getting a stun out and a steal in a very key moment? So yeah, Lols, exactly. They all popped off. It was a 2-round victory for Click, but Ace played really well as well, and yeah, not out of it yet. The standings are Click now moving on. They will fight the winner of the Bite of 87 versus Gen Z. Let's actually check the other channels. Looks like that's in round 3. If you're not watching twitch.tv/VR Master League, you are doing yourself a disservice, my friends. Bite of 87 took round 1. Gen Z took round 2. They are in round 3 with about 4 minutes left. Bite of 87 up by 7, 10-3. The winner of that will go to play Click, and the loser of that, well, they'll play the winner of G2X versus AE. Ace, now locked into that second round of the bottom bracket. They'll fight the winner of Hexalink versus Havoc Nightmares. But all of that will be tomorrow. My friends, we are going to close this down and probably do a raid. If you're not already there, you should definitely go to twitch.tv/VR Master League. I'm Doc Education. With me, casting, has been Heck. With me, camming, has been Wonder T-Man. Thanks to all our sponsors, all the mods, everyone that supports us, all of you in the chat. Hoping you're having a good time, and hope to see you tomorrow. Have fun, everybody, and head on over. We'll see you later.
VRML Echo Arena is brought to you by HyperX, Asterion Products, Border Foods, VR Cover, ProTube VR, Rebuff Reality, and VRware.net.